Hardy fiber cement siding is proven to withstand water, pests, and fire better than wood-based siding. And it looks better while doing it. Hardy siding has been chosen for 10 million homes and counting. See the proof at jameshardy.com.
Strap yourselves in, people. I'm going on tour for the first time ever, and I'm so here for it, bringing our wild and wonderful Glad We Had This Chat podcast to a venue near you. Promising you an unforgettable night of unbridled honesty, unfiltered opinions, F-bombs and fearlessness. Come join me and a stellar lineup of special guests as we talk all things skincare and beauty, along with frank discussions about life's adventures, challenges, highlights and joys, with exclusive on-stage skincare demos, entertaining Q&As and a healthy dose of unscripted hilarity. This is Caroline Hirons, me, live and apparently on steroids. It's happening. Get your tickets now at carolinehirons.com and secure your spot. Welcome back to Glad We Had This Chat and welcome to our Season 2 special. Glad We Had This Chat takes New York. I mean, I can't go all the way to the Big Apple and not hit up my friends old and new, can I? So, grab a brew, pull up a chair, or put your headphones on and go for a run. However you listen to your podcasts, stay tuned to find out who we meet up with stateside and what they have to say. My guest today is someone that I am beyond thrilled to have on the pod. She is someone I followed for a long time on TikTok. She was one of my first follows. She is beautiful. She is super smart. She is incredibly influential in the most positive way. Please join me in welcoming Neo It Girl, aka Nikita, to the pod. Nikita, Joy, how are you?
Hello, darling.
What is that noise?
That is the sound of New Yorking.
Wow.
That's the subway underneath us.
That's not the subway. No, we didn't have that yesterday.
That has to be underneath us, no?
That's above. It's above. Oh my God, you're actually sitting opposite me.
I am tickled to be here. I'm gooped. This is truly a surreal experience to be here.
I can't even, when you walked in, we both just went.
You have gagged me ever since, I have been in the Caroline Hirons corner of the internet since your YouTube beginnings. I could credit you with so much. I made so much commission from all of the knowledge you gave me.
Get your dollar. You get your dollar,
honey,
girl.
I got my 2%. And then once you started shouting me out on Instagram Lives, I was like, what the?
Well, I got sent your clip. Firstly, thank you for pronouncing my name correctly, because no one does, and you did from day one. But someone sent me the clip of you going, thank you, Caroline Hirons, goddess icon. And I was just like,
Hands, please.
Oh, I love this.
Change my life. You are the reason I have good skin. You are the reason. It truly is surreal to be here. Like, I'm just so grateful.
Well, I don't see you on many podcasts, so thank you for saying yes.
Oh my God. There was nothing that would have kept me from this chair.
So how are you?
I'm stunning.
Well, I know that. I'm not feeling stunning. No. I'm feeling quite just thrown together at this point because I'm in my third time zone in 6 days, but it's fine. I'm not going to complain. Look what I'm doing for a living.
Hello. You're in New York.
With you. I don't want to start at the beginning because I'm not Julie Andrews, you know? Let's start at the very beginning. But tell me how you got to, like, we're sitting here, because it seems like, I mean, I might not seem it to you, but it seems like it's been fairly quick.
What was feels like that.
Boom, oh, suddenly this is me on TikTok.
I mean, it's kind of a depressing story, so buckle your seatbelt.
Okay, I'm ready.
It was honestly like what got me into this chair was 2 years ago, my mom died. And I was like so sad. And I was like, I had been a makeup artist my entire life. I worked at the counter and stuff. And it was like.
That is the common denominator with everyone. So you started on the shop floor?
Yeah, I started working retail in college, or the shop floor, as I guess we're
all the best people do.
I think so, and I think everyone absolutely needs
everyone
to work
should do
customer service
in any kind of service industry.
Yeah, absolutely. It is. I mean, I did 8 faces a day for more years than I can count, and I feel like that is why.
For what brands?
The first brand I'm not going to say just because.
Yeah, we don't want to give them the price.
I don't want to give them the price.
Yeah. I have that a lot. People like, who you worked with, I'm like, there's some I don't mention because frankly, they don't need my press.
Well, and that's a funny story in itself because I was let go because of trans reasons and.
Fuck off.
But now I work with them. And so it's
You're going to have to tell me this afterwards because I have a list.
And then after that happened, I left the shop floor and I went to Sephora in college and I just worked there throughout college.
Right.
8 faces a day for.
What did you do at college?
I went for, well, I kind of bopped around.
Yeah.
I went for psych and women and gender studies. And then I was like, this is just, I can't. And then I went.
I'm not doing, sorry.
No, I
You've
couldn't.
confused me. I'm not
Literally,
doing this.
I just can't. I was like, I'm going to be a therapist. I'm like, no, I can't listen to people's trauma.
No.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
a lot.
I can't do it.
It's like being a facialist. It is like being a therapist.
Literally that. And
They lie down and
hairstylists.
it's like hairdressers, manicurists, facialists, body massage. You're a therapist.
Truthfully. And
So you already were a therapist because you're a makeup artist.
I guess.
Because as soon as people are touching you in an intimate
They
fashion,
just let it all out.
my
Word
husband's
vomit.
cheating on me.
Yes.
I'm cheating on my husband.
Yes.
Like I've known when people have had severe illnesses and pregnancies before
we're the
immediate
first to
family.
know.
We're the first to know. You can't use that on me. I'm pregnant. I'm like, no one knows. Okay.
Literally.
Okay.
Literally.
No reaction.
It's so
Nuclear
real.
reaction. But carry on. I'm
Literally.
excited. I'm interrupting. I'm going to shut
No,
up.
you're so fine. You're so fine. So I worked in college 8 faces a day, and then I dropped out of school because I was like, I can't do this. I was just
love
so.
this. It's like all of my kids.
It's
no.
true. Well, it's true. I was so consumed. Again, there's just so much traumatic lore here. It was really just like a time in my life where I couldn't manage being forced to go to school because it wasn't my decision. I didn't want to go to school. I was like, I want to transition, and then after, like, I'll be done. I was one of the people who, like, I knew who I was when I was like 4 years old and like had to fight the adults my entire life.
And you're tired from doing it.
I was exhausted.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And I wasn't allowed like the puberty blockers growing up. And so I was just like, it was to the point where I was like, if I cannot fix quote unquote like the way that I feel in my body, then I'm tapping out. Like I can't do this. So I dropped out of college, and then that was when my mom really got on board, and she was like, okay, we're gonna help you. Like we're gonna like do what we can to like help you. And so I got in the psychiatrist's office, and I started the process, and that was when I was like, okay, well, I need a job. So I just kept doing glam. And after I dropped out of college, I moved to New York, ended up moving with Sephora. They moved me up here, and I actually worked at 34th Street, Herald Square, which is like just down the block from where we're filming this, which is like kind of weird to be back here.
Yeah.
Worked there for a while, and then I started doing like the actual hustle of the makeup game because, everyone was leaving retail, and it's just, turnover. And so it was my time to go. And I started like just doing the hustle of all private clients. I did fashion weeks. I just was doing everything that I could. And then I got a call for a test shoot like 2 years in, and that was like not paid for. And I was like, God, I don't want to do this. And then my mom was like, no, you should go. You never know. And I ended up going. And at that time I was like painting the models, and I was kind of like not resenting them, but I was a little jealous. I was like, I want to be in this chair. I don't want to be painting you. No offense. Like I want to be the one who is like doing the shoot. Painted. Yeah. And like I grew up with the fashion channel. I watched it like when everyone was asleep at 2 a.m. Like it was the one thing that really kept me going. And I just had always had the delusional dream of one day doing the fashion thing. And so I showed up to this shoot that was unpaid for that I didn't want to go to, that my mom said, you never know. And I had a manager, my first manager who signed me as a model, found me there, and he was like, what are you doing? And he signed me the next day, and I dropped out, and I stopped, and I modeled for 2 years, and then COVID hit. And then now we're just like, that was when, to answer your question, everything sort of happened.
Yeah. And did you just start doing Get Ready With Me's, and how did TikTok
I started doing, ironically again, access to gender affirming care has kind of like been a constant through my life. And so I was set to do a gender affirming procedure that the doctor ended up going out of network in the new year. And so I was stuck with $60,000 that I didn't know how to pay. And so I started doing tarot cards on TikTok, and people would just like send tips to my Venmo and to my Cash App and PayPal.
Wow.
And I raised not all of it, but I raised most of it. And I went and I did my procedure. And then after that, my mom died, and I was like, wow, I'm really sad. I'm just going to do my makeup online, because makeup has always been like my therapeutic catharsis. And that was when it just sort of happened. So I've just been posting one video a day I posted one video a day for a year, and now we're here.
Wow.
So, yeah. Wild.
It is wild.
Yeah.
For 4 years-ish.
Yeah, ish. Never would have thought
and tarot.
about any of it. Yeah, literally so funny. I grew up in a haunted house growing up.
Oh my God.
And like there was like some scary stuff that happened, and finally something happened that my mom was like, "Oh no, you're actually not lying." And so we went to the one witch in our like small town, and she came over and like saged the house and stuff. And then she was actually who I started doing like tarot with her, and that was just sort of what got me into it at a young age. And I just it's always been like my own little hobby.
And you like astrology, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Ava's obsessed with astrology. She'll just sit and tell you everything about yourself. What's your rising? What's your moon? What's your da-da-da-da-da-da?
She and I need to get in a room and just
You really, I don't know if the world is
I want to
ready
see your
for you.
chart. What's your sign?
Oh, okay. So I'm Leo.
Oh, well, there.
Sag moon.
Oh, Sag rising. Stunning.
Gemini rising.
Oh, women Geminis are the best, by the way. Y'all are so smart.
So now you're doing TikTok.
Yeah.
How has life significantly changed?
It's honestly so wild. I never expected
The online community welcoming?
I have never had a single problem. I have the best corner on the internet. I say it all the time. I literally love you guys if you're watching this. I've never had a problem. If anyone comes over to give me a problem, they're the first ones to handle it.
Yeah.
And that community has been like such a gift to me. And then everything that comes along with it. TikTok has now funded like me finalizing the rest of my transition. I mean, I transitioned in a time where healthcare didn't cover anything.
Yeah.
And so like it's been a 10, 12-year process to be able to get here.
It's just so bad and so sad that it can take so long.
Yeah. Well, it's, you know, there's so many reasons why I could say that. I just prefer to fund it all myself. Just now with the providers, and I don't want to scare anyone by saying this, but like sometimes it is best to go out of network, and sometimes the best decision you can is to like save up for the right person to do it.
Yeah.
And that's just why it's taken me so long to get here.
Yeah.
And now TikTok has made wrapping up all of my loose ends just like seamless.
That's
and I'm like
phenomenal.
so incredibly grateful.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah.
But I think that comes across on screen. What comes across on screen is so genuine, and that you are so who you are supposed to be.
Oh, thank you.
That you couldn't take another view unless you're a dick.
Well, yeah, you know.
And who cares?
Yeah.
Like the person yesterday that said in my comments, I mean,
What'd they say?
he said something like, why are you covering up? You're a sexy woman. You shouldn't be wearing these jeans. Women who encourage other women to cover their bodies is a form of self-hatred or something. And I went, hey, Jules, this may come as, I know this might be astonishing to you, but I don't dress for men.
Hello.
I dress for me. And that is far more empowering a message to send to anyone that follows me than following men.
Say it. And when men figure that out, they're going to lose their minds.
Bless them. Bless their hearts. Like,
We are not here for you.
shocking, I know.
I literally do not care
Yeah.
what you have to say.
Like, why are you still talking?
Please, shut up.
I mean, when I did the whole, when I was talking about being like pro-choice and everything, and you know, you just get people who drop into your comment section. I'm like, I'm sorry, but you're in the wrong place.
literally.
Here's how little I care about what you have to say. This is not a nuanced issue.
No.
This is black and white.
Yeah.
And equally, if you do not have a vagina and you're you present as a male and you are a man, biological male, and frankly, a middle-aged white one who's a Christian, get the fuck away from me.
Literally. Like,
I was trying to get all the right nuances in there.
No,
that
you got there.
I was like,
yeah.
yeah.
No, you got there. And I'm here to say, super glue that mouth closed, please.
Thank you. Like, literally keep your, rosaries out of our ovaries.
Hello. I will, this tangent, we can't get into it, but like, we're terrified where the world is going. And
Well, at least at the same time, and it always seems to be swings and roundabouts, as we would say, at least while you are swinging over here, we've swung left, which could be problematic for us because they don't really get on. So we'll see. But we've been here before. That's what I say.
Okay.
We've been here before. We've been here
I
before.
have to trust you on that one.
Because, like, abortion's gone.
How did we get here? Like, how
And
did
I've
we
been
get
saying to people for years, they're going to reverse Roe versus Wade. They're going to reverse it. And everyone's like, not in my... I'm like, I'm telling you.
Literally.
It's the first thing they're going to fucking do because it keeps
Literally.
women out of the employment chain and it keeps poor working class women of colour poor.
Say it, literally.
So this is why. And the Tories, I'm so glad they're out because they had started to have similar conversations. And I was like, I will set you on fire. I will set you on fire. If you think I'm going to leave this earth with my granddaughter having fewer rights than I did,
Don't fuck with menopausal women because we will set fire to, and I will happily go to jail.
Literally.
I can take care of myself in prison. It's fine.
Yeah, and you would look stunning in prison, by the way. Orange would look gorgeous on you.
I like orange, but I don't think it's orange in the UK, so I might have to work on it and go to prison here.
Oh, you know what?
And they'd like me. I'd have a good accent.
We go to prison together.
When it comes to healthy skin, collagen is queen. It's basically the scaffolding that keeps your skin firm, bouncy and hydrated. And if you're wondering if you really need a collagen supplement, the answer is yes, especially if you're over 25 and gravity has started doing its thing. Sadly, collagen drops off a cliff as we age. How rude. But Ancient and Brave's True Collagen is a fantastic way to give your skin its mojo back. Exceptional quality and ethically produced, True Collagen contains highly absorbable collagen peptides and is scientifically shown to support skin elasticity, hydration, and firmness. Just 1 scoop a day is a simple way to nourish your skin and body from within. It's tasteless. No, really, it's really tasteless, guys. Dissolves like a dream and will not ruin your morning cuppa. Glowing skin, stronger nails, and hair that actually behaves itself? Yes, please. Ancient and Brave are proud members of 1% for the Planet, meaning that 1% of their sale goes directly to environmental causes that protect our planet. Every time you buy from Ancient and Brave, you're not just investing in your well-being, you're contributing to a healthier planet too. To experience True Collagen for yourself, visit ancientandbrave.earth/planet and use Caroline for 20% off your first order.
Beauty. Where did the beauty start? What's your earliest memories of thinking like, because I think most of us, it's like if we have a nice relationship with our parents, it's like, mine is like my mother, my grandmother, the smells, Chanel No. 5, Elnet hairspray, a red lip.
Yeah, totally. Mine is so funny. So
You weren't exactly raised in New York.
No, I was born on a farm. And then I was raised on another farm that was in a very conservative area.
How hard was that for you? Because if you've known when since you could remember, how hard? Not to go down a trauma road. This is not Diary of a CEO. I'm not going to make anyone cry.
No, totally not. You're totally fine. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It was really hard. I wanted to go multiple times. I was ready to do it. And we were kind of secluded. I drove an hour to school, and
Jesus.
So it was kind of a very quiet life, and I always genuinely wanted more for myself. But I feel like my earliest memory of beauty was we used to carpool with this one girl. She was one of my sister's friends. Her name was Liz, and she had long, beautiful blonde, straight hair.
You just knew Liz was going to look like
yes, literally. And it was...
Hi, I'm Liz.
Yes.
Liz is not brown hair.
Liz was ready for a transformation. and so it was the three of us in the back seat, and my sister is she's not a glam girl. She has worn makeup maybe twice in her entire life. She's older than me. And so I wasn't able to do her hair, but Liz would let me do her hair every day in the car. And so I would do little plaits, as they're called in the UK, or braids. And I would just style her hair. And that was my first okay, yes, this is really feeling good to me, because my sister and my mom were not glamorous. They were gorgeous, but they're not glam girls like me. And so I didn't really grow up with that feminine example. And so I kind of my journey to beauty really came from searching for that example. And I started watching Fashion Channel growing up at 2 a.m.
That was a random channel, wasn't it?
It was.
Fashion Channel was just endless TVs of fashion shows.
And that's all I could have ever asked for. And so that knowing that existed, that glamorous gorgeousness existed on a runway, I was I want this. I need this. And that was really sort of what secured it. And then once I was 16 and had a car and I had a job to pay for stuff, that was when I was oh, I'm going to Ulta. I'm going to Sally Beauty.
Oh, and Sally, hardcore. Yeah. Straight to the wholesaler.
Exactly. And so I really I had no idea what I was doing, other than I knew that I needed to feel like myself. And when I was growing up, I only had access to my mom's 5 products that were in her, bathroom cabinet, her one mocha eyeshadow and her one brow pencil and her one eyeliner. And so I didn't have much to play with. And so the second I turned 16, I was I'm going to play. then that just literally grew. I never went to formal training. I'm self-taught. It was just like the eagerness to learn. And then I feel like once I like started actually to commit myself to like transitioning as a teenager, I felt very unsafe where I was.
Yeah.
And so it was something like I needed beauty to help me
survival. You have to
assimilate.
get out.
Yeah. I needed to. Like it was, people were not kind there, and like people would do some pretty like heinous things. So I was like, to feel safer in myself, that was really sort of like what got me really sort of into super drive of like, okay, I'm going to be a glam girl. I need to feel safe. And then that just years later after that all compounded on itself. Now I'm just a glam girl.
And how did you get to New York? How did you get out? Was New York where you went?
I was in Florida at the time, and when I was working for Sephora, there was a job that opened in New York, and I had a stunning manager who believed in me.
They're the best.
Yeah, we did. I don't know if it's still around, but Sephora has these things called classes for confidence. And they have like makeup classes for like cancer survivors and people who have gotten out of domestic abuse situations. And this was before COVID. I'm not sure if it's still around. But they wanted to do a trans class. And so the store that I was in got to be the pilot because I was leading the class. And so through that experience, my manager saw that. She was like, oh, she can do this. And so she put my name in for the job, and I got hired, and I moved up to New York.
And the rest?
And the rest is history. Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you, Maida. Love you.
And you're still in touch?
Yeah, we follow each other on Instagram all the time, yeah.
She must be like, I did that.
Yeah.
I'm going to take my credit. I did
Truly,
that.
and honestly, she is the reason I'm here. So, love her.
And where is your beauty journey now? Because you are, when you're online, you're educational as well as fun and get ready with me and that kind of thing. So you've got, it's you as you're talking, it's not this is me just putting, it's this is why I'm doing this and I'm doing this and what do we think of this? And where did that side come from? Is that from being on the shop floor, do you think?
Yeah, it was kind of ingrained. It was beaten into us, actually, that like, obviously when you're applying makeup, like your job is to sell. It's not to apply a beautiful face. It's to sell and build a basket. And so like we were trained to speak to every step, every second of the makeup application to get them to buy product. And so like, and we had, our bosses would like make sure that we were talking for the entire 45-minute to an hour application. And so I just became really good at speaking to product. And so now it's just like literally second nature. If I'm not talking about it, what do I do?
Yeah.
It makes no sense to me.
Don't you find?
Yeah.
I could touch something and just
literally,
I'm
and
just
like
100.
It just opens the trap door, and I don't even know what I'm saying half the time. But
I think
people find it
shop floor is a different level of training because when you're taught makeup, even in a school, you very rarely get your hands on a lot of different colours of faces.
Exactly. And
you're
also
told to do one
types
particular type and skin type. But retail, it's an open door. You have to do whatever walks through that door.
Exactly.
Skin, face, hair.
No matter what they want, even if it's not what you think will look good, you have to learn how to like adjust and acclimate to them. And it's all about what they want. And so, and that's something I also think that has made me really like hone in on product knowledge, is like just hearing what people like and what they don't like. And I just feel like they were like the best clinical studies, like, you know, just of people.
People.
Yeah, people.
And it also teaches you people.
Yes.
I can read people without them even opening their mouth.
Yeah, I'm like, you're having a bad day. This is not actually about me.
Yeah, we covered this off because I did Katie Jane Hughes yesterday. And we're both shop floor girls. You know.
I met her for the first time, literally died.
Well, we spent the whole time trying not to jump into a Scouse accent because obviously my family's Liverpool too. So we were both just like, how are you? Oh, and we both wore Liverpool T-shirts like it was a thing. Oh. But we met when I was training her on the shop floor at Space NK.
You trained her?
Yeah, years ago. I didn't train her in makeup. I'm not taking that credit.
But
I was doing brand training.
The lore, I cannot get over that.
But that training that you do and I don't know if Sephora is the same, but in Space NK, you get trained in every single brand.
Every brand, yeah, every single brand.
So it's like 200 brands. And that's how, if you are talking about product, you can just talk forever.
Yeah.
Talk forever.
Yeah, and you know the specifics that came directly from the brand. And so it's like, and also like using you, like you were a resource for my entire time working retail, just because like
nothing makes me happier, not to interrupt your compliment to me.
Literally.
But nothing makes me happier than when people in retail say, you were an inspiration. I'm like,
literally.
I fucking love the shop floor girls, boys, all of you.
Yeah.
The gays, my gays.
100%.
All of you. I walked through Bergdorf's last time we were here, and this guy, I swear to God, he screamed like he was having a hernia attack.
Yeah.
And he just went,
No,
and we all
truly.
stopped. I thought, what's happened? I turned around and he went, Caroline!
Literally.
And I was like,
Literally.
hi. And he went, don't move. So I literally was like,
Frozen.
what's happened? And he came over and he went, oh my God, I love you. I need a selfie. And I was like, okay, fine. Jesus Christ. I was like, are you okay? He was like, am I okay?
This is how I reacted when I got the email. just so everyone knows, that is exactly how I reacted.
That's the best, because I'm just like, you can work your way up to something if you work hard and you're passionate about it. Day one on the shop floor, I knew I was where I needed, because I'd done other shop floor.
Yeah.
I'd done a bit of fashion. Hello, not me.
Yeah.
They'd put me on certain counters. They'd, cover this because I could sell.
Yeah.
I was amiable. I could, read people, talk to people. But my first day in beauty, I felt like I had arrived to my home planet.
Truly.
And I was like, I'm never leaving this.
Ever. And I enjoyed the 8-hour shift. Like,
not in a heel.
On the floor.
Got it, not
Never
in a
in a
heel.
heel. Absolutely.
When Clarins, I did 6 weeks with Clarins and they made me wear the red dress, the red outfit and heels and tights, and I wouldn't do it.
How high was this heel?
Oh, I would only do a court, which made me look like a grandmother when I wasn't one. So I would
Those
say
even hurt more, I think, honestly.
I would say, oh no, my suit's at the dry cleaners. So if anyone from head office came in, I was head to toe black with a ponytail and a red lip. I've got red lip and red nails.
That's all you need.
That's all I'm doing for Clarins, but we made more money.
Beauty dress code is literally all black. Any serious makeup artist knows this.
To the point where when I left Space & K, I burned all my black clothes. When my grandmother died, I had to buy a black outfit because I was so tired of wearing black.
Yeah.
I was like, I like colour.
Yeah.
Can we just do a bit of navy, like black?
You have the coloring for it. Like, we need brights from you.
Oh, thank you.
And have you done your colors?
No, my girlfriend Ruth.
We should go to Chinatown and we should do it.
Where'd you do it in Chinatown?
I'll find it on TikTok, but there is a person who does that.
But I'm worried
Maybe
they'll
till
be
Friday.
like, you should wear brown. I'll be like, oh, please, I can't do brown. Or taupe. Taupe would be my idea of hell.
Really? Well, then we're just like a haze of beige. That makes sense. Yeah, I get it.
So let's talk about current product. What is your current skincare routine?
Oh, okay. Well, I follow biblically the word of Caroline Hirons. So I am double cleansing, don't you worry. I will say though, I am obsessed currently with, it's called the Mayron Blink Canvas. It's like a gritty cleansing balm.
Okay.
It's like, it gets
Where
heavy
from?
makeup off. Mayron.
No, online or...
Oh, you can get it online. Yeah.
But everyone says that here and we can't get it online here.
They have, well, if they have a pro beauty store, they would probably have it there. So good. And then I'll follow with like I'm allowing myself only to have one cleanser open at a time now. So I have your cleanser opener now, or cleanser open, or your cleanser is open right now. The cream cleanser, love it. The scent, you nailed it, by the way. Thank you. Yeah. And then in terms of everything else, I'm really back to basics. I'm back to my acids. I'm back to my P50, the control acid. Hello, whoop whoop. That compliments to the chef. Like truly so good. That acids, and then those are at night, obviously. But I'll do like a vitamin C or a peptide in the morning. I've fallen into the eye cream doesn't really do anything sort of field kind of like you have. So I kind of have been skipping the eye cream.
I could never.
It,
I'm older.
well,
You won't scrape. You won't be missing out my eye cream.
okay. Oh, so it's coming. Okay, stunning. Okay, great. We'll talk later. And then I literally just do, because I have very dry skin, so I do a barrier repair form of like moisturizer, and then I just do my SPF 50. But I can't do American SPF anymore. I'm done.
So bad.
I'm done. The one that I can use is the Fenty one that you recommended to me.
Yeah,
on
Fenty's
live.
good.
It is good, but
But it's still not a European.
yeah, I love me a Korean sunscreen. I'm so sorry. It
They're
just is
they're lighter and
just better.
they do a good job.
yeah, the glow.
Yeah. What's been your biggest sort of beauty or skincare or makeup or hair disaster where you've just gone, oh, Jesus, what am I doing?
Oh my God, there's literally only one that I can tell you. So I was doing a girl's makeup for prom. God bless this girl. So essentially, I don't know if this will make sense to anyone, but I'll just say that before I powdered her face to do bronzer, I carved her cheekbone with powder. Just like, she was my last face of the day. It was just a fluke. I know the second I did it, I was like, oh, damn. Okay, great. So I was like, it's going to be fine. And then I applied bronzer on her after that. It was the sharpest, most chiseled contour ever on her face. Poor girl. My heart sank for her. And I was like, she is going to be haunted by the photos of this contour for the rest of her life. And I actually do, like, probably once a year, think about her and say sorry to her. Like,
her prom pictures are like, this bitch.
Yeah, literally. And it's so funny because people who I've done makeup for will like find me on IG and they'll like send me a message. I'm waiting for her to find me and tell me
You did this to me.
You did this. Yes. Yeah. That was my one beauty disaster.
When Ava left school when she was 16, it was her final day, and we all go and the girls say bye. She went to an all-girls school, and we went, and she had done her brows accidentally in the morning with an eyeliner. Oh, so they were jet black. Oh, and big. So it was at the time when they and I went to her. Of course, when you're 16, you don't give a shit what your mother says. Yeah. And 15 to 18 with me and Ava was horrific. She's the first to say it. She was a teenage girl, feisty, my child, and I was perimenopausal. Oh. Horrendous.
Me with my mom too.
So when she was 16, she's not going to listen to anything I say. And I went, babe, are your brows supposed to be that dark? And she was like, don't talk to me, leave me alone. Anyway, then the pictures got done, and I'll send you the clip afterwards where years later, I am hysterically laughing at the picture because I was showing my mum something and I came across the pictures of her and I go into hysterics, and then Ava laughs, and then Ava filmed me for TikTok.
Oh, stunning.
And then posted it and said, when your mum let you do your last day at school with this, and I was like, no, I warned you. I'm on your team for that one. But there's a clip of me just like, I'm just like, doing the snorting laugh, and my mother's sitting at the side taking a glass, like don't laugh at my granddaughter. And I'm just like,
I warned her. I tried to save her.
I tried to save her, and she wasn't having it because I was mum.
Yeah. Hey.
But it's one for the album.
Exactly. And that's how we learn. Mistakes is how we learn.
There are a few things in life that just keep on giving for $3.99 a month. A floppy fuel station sarnie, one small cup of bougie overpriced coffee? I don't think so. Or, for the same price, you could be getting a month's worth of skincare insights and know-how from yours truly. A wealth of fresh, expertly written articles on all things skincare and beauty. From our free-to-download version for essential educational content to our elevated premium experience, the SkinRocks app will revolutionize how you shop and learn about skincare. Whether you're a novice building your first routine, an aficionado wanting deep scientific expertise, or someone looking for the inside scoop on beauty newness, it's all in one pocket-friendly place on the SkinRocks app. With simple-to-use functions that let you filter for your personal profile, save your favourite content, and explore a vast product library with ease, it's no wonder it's called the Google of skincare. Unlock a world of incredible premium content for just $3.99 a month, $34.99 a year, or get a special discount via the podcast with code CHPOD to get £10 off your annual subscription.
Talk to me about makeup. I have lots of questions for you.
What do you want to know?
Well, everything, because I had my makeup done recently, and I can't say where. I'll tell you afterwards, and I'll show you the pictures, and you'll pray for me.
Oh, God.
And when the person had left, I had to wash my face and do it again.
Oh,
it was horrendous. Now, I don't think I look my age mostly.
No, you're...
Okay? I'm 72. I think I'm doing
stunning.
Good. I'm 55. This person made me look older. Oh. And I was like, how?
A big no.
You do not cover a 55-year-old woman's face in powder. And if you don't know that in your position, there's nothing I can tell you.
You're not a professional. No offense. I'm so sorry.
So I did it all again myself. I just want to show you what they did to my eye area, because it was from a distance. I thought, just in case I was supposed to be posting about this, I'll do a Monet. So from a distance, not bad.
No. Okay.
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 You want to see my eye up close?
Oh. Oh.
I mean...
Oh, Caroline.
And thank you. And I said...
Oh!
And I said, my grandmother had more glow in the coffin.
Oh, my God.
Thank you.
This
is why I say no all the time, because I'm just like, no, unless I know you could do it, I'd let Kevin do it.
Oh, I'm honored.
Like, people who I know can do, like, you can do it, because you wouldn't make me look dead.
Ever.
Ever.
And honestly, applying to like women of a certain age is my favorite.
But you know, when you're like, I'm just going to do this myself.
Yeah.
So makeup, talk to me about your current faves, diehards, because people are going to want to know.
I know they are. So, you know what's so funny is I gatekeep a lot of product.
Like, well, you're not going to gatekeep them for me, bitch, because I'm going to be getting you afterwards, and I'm going to be like, give it to me. Give me it.
I know. Okay, so my current obsession right now, I don't know, for foundation, we'll say. I think this is like the most prominent. Okay, so no one ever uses this brand. No one has used this foundation. I have stocked both of my professional kits with the entire range. So like y'all can go buy it. I don't care. So Krylon just released the Digital Complexion Fluid Foundation, which in my opinion might be one of the best fluid foundations ever.
Okay.
For anyone.
Noted.
It's like a soft matte eggshelly moment, but like it reads so well up close on camera. Great for mature skin as well. They also have a stunning olive range, which I feel like no one has. So very like a great shade range. Oh God, what else am I obsessed with? Finishing powder, not setting powder. Finishing powder.
There's a big difference. Tell people the difference, please.
Oh my God, it would literally be my honor. Okay, so so a setting powder is going to be a much bigger particle. They're often loose. Yes, there are setting powders that are pressed. Pressed powders are going to have less kick up and be less heavy than a loose powder. But a finishing powder tends to be a very different story. A lot of them are baked and stored as fluids. That's not necessarily the case for all of them, but or they have a lot of silica content or some form of like dimethicone ingredient in there. And they're really great for diffusing. But what I find is that once you do your powders with your setting powders first to like make sure everything stays in place, going over everything after your blush, after your bronzer, after everything's done, just buffing with a big fluffy brush as a finishing powder all over will give you like the most luminous, gorgeous, like diffused look. Like I even over apply my blush and my bronzer because I know I'm going to diffuse it anyways. And everyone is always like, how are you not photoshopped? And it's just finishing powder.
Which one?
Okay, there's two that I'm obsessed with. If you want a loose one, the loose one is from Makeup Forever. It's called, and it's they completely misbranded it. I have started doing a little consulting behind like the scenes for brands. And I'm just like, y'all are not doing this correctly. And so it's called the Twist and Light setting powder or whatever. And they marketed it as like a talc-free powder. I'm like, no, first of all, stop. We're done with talc-free. I'm over this. It's not going to work. Like cornstarch, yes, will work. But like talc, give me talc, please. So it's like a talc-free powder, but it has like this soft ambient powder look, which is actually my preferred from Hourglass, the ambient lighting. Or Laura Mercier also has, they have a better, deeper shade range. Because I feel like Hourglass, that's the one thing. It's like, I want one line that is like for everyone. Because I have to do like 3 different products to get everything. But you're basically looking for usually like a baked powder that has a soft, luminous, like candlelit glow to it. I like the ambient powder from Hourglass. I like the one from Laura Mercier. I would love to eventually have my own my own brand with like the perfect finishing powder. But like those I think are like like a good stunning foundation and a good finishing powder, and like everything else I feel like is just you can kind of make it work.
You got to get the base right.
Yeah, the base and the brushes I feel like are really important, and then like the finishers.
Concealer.
You know what? People are gonna hate this. So there's so much new product, as you know, that comes on and onto the scene, and it's not like the brand's fault. Like it really is the retailers. Oftentimes I find like everyone is like, we have this new activation, we need this new product for our activations. And so it's like, and that's when we start to see like the wave. And I feel like if you like sort of pay attention to Sephora, you'll see it like they did the wave of like the color correctors, and they did the wave of
they
like
do the wave of everything.
And
they tell brands what they have to make.
Exactly. And so even through all of the waves, concealer has really never changed for me. I am very, very much a pro artist at heart. And so like I really do the basics. I'm a Dermacolor girl from, Krylon, another great product. It's like an oil-based, really high coverage formula that works really great when you put it closest to the skin. But then honestly, what most all of the artists use is Born This Way concealer from Too Faced because it is so malleable. You can sheer it out beautifully when you mix in your own like other emollient products. Honestly, I think it's great on mature skin if you're like in the right hands, like with the right touch. Mature skin loves it. It's one of the only products on the market that is like you can apply over a powdered face and like do touch-ups. So like for bridal, it's like truly iconic. I also love, Kryolan has also come out with, they have a digital complexion concealer. If you have, if you struggle with fine lines underneath the eyes and like you find that things look really cakey on you after you powder them, give that one a shot. Like it's new to the market, trust me. Like whatever secret sauce they put into like that drop is truly stunning.
Yeah, Kevin James Bennett is one of my good friends, and he's always a pro. He's always a Kryolan. He's always like, you need this and this. Give her this and this.
Literally.
This is what you need. You just need this one thing. There's 6 styles here. You got 6 colors. You're good.
Literally. And yeah. And honestly, and that's why it's like, it's really hard to be in the influencer space now, because I am the first one to say that you don't need all this product.
No.
And most of what's coming to market is just redone versions of often their own formulas, just repackaged. And so it's like, you really just have to find the one formula that works. And I feel like the pro stuff will never fail you.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, talk to me about my favorite topic. Well, there's a lot of favorite topics, but my obsession is mascara.
Oh.
Because it's so hard.
It is very hard.
And people are like, this is amazing. And I use it and I think, what kind of lashes have you got? This just makes me look like I've painted something black on my lashes. My lashes are like shop shutters. They're like down, straight. Yeah. I have to curl them. If people are doing my makeup and they come at me with them, I'm like, whoa, where's the curlers?
Yeah.
Hello?
No. Hello. So I also have, do you have downward facing lashes?
Like
literally down. I have curly hair. I don't understand.
It's like downward dog.
It's
literally like downward dog. My lashes are like downward
doing
dog.
yoga.
They
literally.
Are. So that's why when I wore the fake lashes for years, I say now it was like I was on RuPaul because my eyes went, surprise!
Literally.
It's like Ethel Merman everywhere.
Literally.
But I was like, I need this lift to like throw my head back with the weight because my lashes are like...
Yes. See, I understand.
Curl them. Fiber.
I understand your problem because I had the exact same problem. And it's like, and mascara is such, yes. Mascara is such a hard one because like, I feel like, yes, one, it is very like personal preference, but the non-negotiables for me are it has to be waterproof. I will not touch a mascara. Well, I do mascara in 2 phases. I do a waterproof phase, and then if I want to do a non-waterproof mascara, I'll do that on top. But like I curl the lashes. We curl roots, middles, and ends with our lash curler. Or ends, middles, roots, whichever one you prefer. And then I follow with like a very sheer amount, and I'll usually wipe it off on a Kleenex or something, of a waterproof mascara just to hold the curl. If it's a super watery, like fresh tube, you do got to wipe it off because even I
spend my life doing that on the tube.
Yeah,
the hole
literally.
is too big.
No, just wipe it off. It's whatever. And I also, for that, love a drugstore mascara. They tend to be a little bit drier. They have more wax in them.
Yeah, they dry out quicker, but they're cheaper.
Which is fine. I don't care. My favorite is, L'Oreal waterproof mascara is Carbon Black, and the telescopic waterproof have never failed me ever. I go through tubes upon tubes upon tubes of them. And I do a 1 coat of waterproof to hold the curl. If you apply too much mascara though, and it's really wet, the curl will drop. So it's like you do have to really wipe it off first. Yeah. I let that dry, have its moment. And then I'll follow with stage 2 mascara, which is usually a non-waterproof mascara.
And what is your stage 2? What's the like big guns?
I feel like all mascara is kind of the same, sure, like they have different brushes, but like at the end of the day, like I feel like if you are holding your curl with a good waterproof mascara and then like you just want to build a little bit of volume and not so much like the length of it all, that's what false lashes are for, you guys, which I know people don't want to do, but I just feel like just do it. Just do it. You don't need to do the lash extensions. I've honestly never done them, but like there
Too
are
much maintenance.
Literally.
So I've got enough to do between the razor and the makeup and the exfoliation and the hair color and the tweezing. I don't know.
Lasers. I can't do it. No. It's literally too much. So it's like I'll just pop on a lash if I want a little bit of extra length, but like I love Monsieur Big from Lancome. That one is like a stunning one, but I really am a drugstore girl. CoverGirl Clump Crusher, water resistant, is the best, quote me, the best like final step mascara if you have like a problem with smudging. Like if you have oily eyelids or if you have a lot of emollient product, it is like the one mascara that I found that will never transfer ever. And I've used it for years. It has to be the water resistant one in the green tube. But that's like my final. So maybe I'm doing 3 mascaras.
But if whatever works, we have to do what works.
Truly. But it's a system.
If your bathroom is on fire.
Oh.
And everything's safe. Anything animal or people that you want to say for safe.
I have to re-up my renter's insurance now that you bring that up.
What are you saving? What are you going to be like, oh shit, I would be really upset if I lost this?
Does it have to be my bathroom?
No, your makeup counter's on fire.
Okay, that's fine.
Your kit's on fire. What are you saving? What are you like, no, come with me? When they say don't take bags when you're on the airplane, if the plane goes down, don't take your bag. And I'm like, I'm totally taking my bag.
That's such a good question. You know, the one thing I would take, and I would have to grab, like, with all of my might, all of them, my brush collection.
Oh, good shout.
Yeah, like, my brush collection is, those are my children. And I'm such a brush enthusiast.
What's
like,
your
they're
favorite
so
brush brand?
Oh, honestly, some of my favorite brushes are brands that I could never pronounce from Japan.
My Shiramura brushes are like...
They're
mink, but they're they're vintage.
Yes.
I mean, I say vintage.
Yes.
I got them when I was like 20 years ago on counter, that kind of vintage, but they're still immaculate.
Pristine. I love Surratt brushes.
Yeah.
I love my Hakuhodos. I love Bdellium tools. Like, they don't need to be expensive.
Yeah.
I love my Kitco. Refer is one of my, like, recent
I use a lot of my
favorites.
Kitco.
Yeah, like, they're just stunning brushes. Yeah. But yeah, I would definitely grab my brush.
That's a good answer.
Yeah. If anyone is gonna, like, get me a gift, I always tell them, get me a brush while you're traveling. And just I would grab all my sentimental brushes from, like,
Noted.
Yeah.
Noted. And what is your buy it for life product? Where you're just like, I don't care where I am, I'm just going to make sure I've got stock. I'm never going to be without it. Anything, head to toe, body, hair, face, nail, anything.
God, you're killing me with this one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do I have to do just one?
No, you can do as many as you want.
Okay, I would say lotion P50.
Good.
Is like, and you turned me on to that. Hello. All credit when credit is due. Retinol, honestly, like, I am a track girl.
Yeah.
That A313 in the winter. Some people say it doesn't work, but
No, it doesn't work on me.
I find it works, like, as a dry skin girl in the winter. Like, it's just enough, you know? What else? Oh, I mean...
or you just like a bit of a whore and you'll
Here's
just
my
use
thing.
whatever.
Here's my thing. And this is, I think, what comes with, like, working in the biz for so long, is that I can make anything work, you know? I'm not super loyal to much more than a handful of products.
Yeah.
And when it comes to skincare, it is my P50. Now it's also my control acid from Skin Rocks. And it is also probably my Tret and my SPF. Like, other than that, I play within reason. Like, I'm not doing all of the niacinamide and everything, all of the fruit esters.
And niacinamide's in everything now.
No, I can't. I literally cannot. So it's like, I prefer basics. Like, give me my glycerin, you know? Give me my glycerin and my SPF and I will be fine.
Such a good shout.
You know?
Totally.
So I think less is more, really.
Here we are, folks. The most insanely efficacious, sensorial, luxurious cleansing balm in the world has landed. I don't need to tell you what it takes to put my name to a cleansing balm, and this one had one mother of a brief. The Skin Rocks Cleansing Balm is the best balm ever created, and one I would choose every single time over anything I've ever used. 5 roller coaster years of fearless ambition, sky-high expectation, tears, triumphs, and F-bombs. No pressure then, but what a result. Undoubtedly my most anticipated product, this was by far the hardest to make. The texture and crunch that took 4 years to perfect, its ability to decimate literally everything on your face, the R in a jar scent, the paperweight heavy hot pink glass. I mean, literally everything I adore in a cleanser has been distilled into one glorious jar, and it is absolutely spectacular. Transforming from a solid balm to a rich replenishing oil, this barrier nourishing balm is formulated with the same innovative lipid advanced complex as the support oil to deliver supreme skin barrier support and help improve skin firmness, elasticity and hydration. There is simply nothing like it. It's £55, it's ready and waiting, and there is no dupe.
Okay, now we have another little thing that we do at the end, which I'm going to get the US version of, because I've got the UK version and I don't want you to be like...
a little of both?
Sure. Okay, I'll go back to it. It's fine. I can do both. I can do it from memory. Yeah. Okay, so Sephora or Ulta?
Sephora, just because it's closer. My closest Ulta is uptown. So, and I never go up there, so...
Sephora or department store?
Oh.
And if it's a department store, what's your favourite department store?
Ooh.
Like,
That's so hard.
Are you going to do like a Bergdorf or a Nordstrom, or like in the old day, it would be easy. Everyone would say Barney's or Bendel's.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Oh my God. Honestly, just because I know every product in the store, Sephora.
Well, you're trained.
I'm a trained girl.
See, it's not like in the UK when we say Space NK, Sephora, everyone says Space NK because we've had it for 25 years.
Literally.
Sephora new in the UK.
Yeah. Wow, that's shocking to me.
They took their sweet ass time.
But they're here. Thank God.
They're there now. Okay, are you ready for your more quick fire? Bold eye or bold lip?
Ooh, bold lip.
Yeah. Dewy or matte skin?
Dewy.
Oh, thank God. Lipstick or lip gloss?
Both.
Nice. Oh, nice. I like that she's greedy. I like that.
Well, it's lipstick set with the translucent powder, then gloss.
Lipstick set with translucent powder?
Well, I set my lips with powder, and then I do my liner, and then I set my liner, and then I do my lipstick, and then I set my lipstick, and then I do my gloss, and it never moves.
With what? Like a cotton pad, or what? How are you setting it?
I use a pressed powder and a puff, and I just literally press it, and yeah. If I'm feeling really festive before I gloss, I'll do a layer of a Caroline fixing spray. You know, like
I should
really
have done
like
that. I
theatrical
talk
spray.
so much. My lipstick lasts 3 seconds.
Oh yeah, do that routine. You can eat through dinner. You'll be fine.
I'm on it. Okay, AM or PM routine?
Both.
Oh my God. Makeup brush or makeup sponge?
Brush.
There's got to be.
It gotta be.
City break or country escape?
Ooh, honestly, as a city girl, I love a country escape. Goes back to my
Shopping
roots.
online or shopping in store?
I need instant gratification. I like to shop in store. Mm-hmm. You know,
Dogs or cats?
cats.
Yes.
I have a cat, so sorry. He would know if I didn't say cats.
No, it's got to be cats. Sweet or savoury?
Savory.
We're literally married.
Are we the same person?
The same person. Heels or flats?
Heels always.
Never,
I'm
no.
in a heel now.
Shoes or bags?
Oh, shoes.
Bags.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because shoes don't fit me. Look, I've got huge feet. I'm just in sneakers all the time.
We're probably the same size.
What do you?
I'm a 9'10".
I'm a 10.
Yeah. You know what? Based off that, I find the best way to
No,
find
I'm a
10
UK
shoes.
10, so I'm like an 11, 12. Oh. Which just tips you over the edge of anything attractive.
Oh, what is happening? Why can't
We're all getting bigger too, so they need to sort it out.
Yeah.
Night in or night out?
Night in, always. I am practically agoraphobic at this point, so I am not going outside.
I don't.
Unless you're for Caroline Hirons, then I will go.
I'm truly honoured. Now, in the UK, we do Nando's or Wagamama's, which won't mean anything to you.
No, I want to know the lingo.
So Nando's is a chicken restaurant,
Oh, stunning.
and Wagamama's is more like a sort of Japanese fusion, but like takeout, almost takeout. But you do it on Uber Eats and Deliveroo, but you can sit down and eat their dumplings and noodles, and so we do that. But here, I feel like it should be like a Raising Cane's or a Chick-fil-A situation. But I also know that Chick-fil-A are very right wing, so maybe we'll just say Raising Cane's.
Maybe we'll say Raising Cane's.
What is your takeout of choice or fast food of choice?
I don't really eat a ton of fast food.
What do you eat? I don't mean that like you look like you don't eat. I mean like do you cook when you're at home?
Yeah, I cook. I grew up like very in like an athletic sort of life, and
you're healthy.
Well, not like by choice. It was just sort of like by lifestyle. I was so used to it. Like we had a set meal plan that we had to eat growing up. Like I was a swimmer, and so our coach told us what we could eat and couldn't eat. And so I just like have really stuck to chicken, rice, and veggies. That's kind of like my vibe.
So you'd be Nando's, just so you know.
Okay, I'd be a Nando's girl.
You'd be Nando's,
Okay,
and then you could have rice.
Yeah.
And the sides.
I mean, honestly, Asian food is the easiest takeout for me to get.
Yeah.
If I had to choose, I would say probably Thai. You know, it's a good Tim Kha soup. I hope I said that right. It's
I'm sure you
it's
did.
like a chai chicken soup. Maybe I'm completely butchering that. It's good.
But it's good, who cares? So what have you got planned? What's coming up? What's 2025 got in store? What can we look forward to? More of this, of course.
2025 is actually wild.
Is it?
Yeah, it's going to be a wild year.
Are you coming to the UK?
I would give me a reason to come. I will literally come. Just say the word and I will come. I have stuff that's been brewing in the back for a really long time. I feel like I've been very like quiet and like subdued online, and I don't really like talk a lot about what I'm doing in the back.
Yeah. Oh no, don't drop like a big thing, but like
no.
we're going to be seeing more of you, and
For sure. I mean, I have my first product launch, like my first collab that I'm gonna like, and it's not even makeup related. It's a fashion related moment. She's a fashion girly. And then honestly, like, I guess this isn't really a spoiler because I talked about it online, but I am at a place, I have the resources, I have the people and the connections that I'm ready to like get my hands to work and like start maybe thinking about doing a little line. You never know. I'm excited. I feel like maybe not by the end of 2025.
No, it'll
but
take a
maybe-
bit longer.
Yeah, but like just one SKU and see how it goes.
it
Yeah?
would fly. You know it would
See.
fly.
I'll tell you my idea after.
Thank you for coming. I love you. You're just an
you.
inspiration, and you're amazing. And you know, it's just proof that you know if you know who you are and you stay true to who you are, and you can come out the other side of all the bullshit and the trauma, and
Literally.
you know,
Follow your light and it will lead you everywhere.
every time I see your face, I stop what I'm doing and watch.
Oh, I'm honored. Every time I see your face or your notification that Caroline Hirons is on live,
I know. When you
I
joined me for the
stop.
first time in live, I was like, Nikita's here. She's on live.
gooped me. And she does it every single time she sees me now. And I'm just like, you guys, this is a surreal experience for me.
There's nowhere to hide. I'm like, here she is.
I love it. It's
Before we go, where does your handle come from?
Oh my God.
Neo It Girl, for those of you who
Neo
don't
It
know.
Girl. So it's actually so funny. Like Neo It Girl is kind of a compilation of all the words that were used against me growing up. It's a bunch of like slurs. You know, people used to call me an it. Like
No.
after you have, you know, medicalized things are referred to as like neo. Like
What?
yeah, like when like bottom surgery is called like neo vaginas, and like so it's like it really was just like I wanted to just reclaim everything that's ever been used against me.
Wow.
And so, and it's funny because like I don't think anyone knew that. So it's like I totally like accept everyone's manifestation that I am the new it girl, but it really is
Wow.
just like me trying to.
See, that's even more inspirational. Good for you.
Thank you.
Bastards. Give me a list afterwards. I'll go after
I
you.
totally will. Everyone I went to school with, you know, him, whatever.
How do you like me now, bitch?
Literally, are you sitting across from Caroline Hirons? No. No. Also speaking, can I just say one thing? What influencer do you know online sitting across from Caroline Hirons on TikTok? Where are they? I haven't seen a single one. I'm so sorry. I saw Jamie Genevieve. God, I'm too excited to say it.
Yeah.
Jamie Genevieve, and I was like, yes, like the good influencers are here.
We only deal with the best, babe.
Thank you.
There's got to be some education behind them. They've got to be, generally, the people I talk to are shop floor. Generally, they know instinctively if you walk through a Sephora together or a Bergdorf together or a Nordstrom together or a Space NK together, you're going to spot the same things. You're going to look for the same mistakes. And it's not that it's just inbred.
Literally.
I mean, I walked through Sephora yesterday, and I won't go into a hard time about them because
Tell me.
because I've laid into them on the Lipstick Lesbians podcast. It was a shithole.
As you should.
I'm like, it makes me so sad because you're seen as the beacon of beauty in the US, and unless you are there at opening time, it's a shit show.
Yeah.
It's messy. Every single test is empty. Liv wanted the Revive mascara was sold out, so she opened the drawer and there's like 25 in the drawer and they hadn't filled up the stock.
Can I
Tissues, dirty tissues on the floor, and the staff are like this, cross-armed.
Yeah.
I'm like, time to lean, time to clean, bitch.
Yeah.
The management in me just went wild. It was wild, and it put me off shopping, and it breaks my heart.
Yeah.
Please, Sephora, hire people like us to consult,
Hello.
to show you how many stages. If retail beauty did what the restaurant world does, because when I was a waitress, we had like 34 points with every table.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. Welcome, blah, blah, blah. Check back, da-da-da, check back, check back. Like,
yeah.
no one was cleaning the bins, picking tissue up, tidying. I took pictures of the Refi section, sent it to my MD, and I said, it breaks my heart that I walk into this place and I don't want my brand to be here.
Hello.
I don't want my brand here, which will make every single investor go, fuck, we're out. But I don't care. If I walked in and everything was empty, it would break my heart. It breaks my heart, but you do not get that in a department store.
No.
Department store has people, you have the service, and that's where we need Sephora to step up and department store to be a bit less glass cage with a lock.
Yeah.
Can we have a middle ground?
God, I have so much to say about this.
Please do.
We have time.
We absolutely have time.
This is my thing. Just as working at Sephora for as long as I did, I will say that the culture of management is making everyone want to leave. Like, no one loves their job anymore.
Interesting. You can tell. They look
Literally
fucking miserable.
Yeah, management has...
And by the way, I never blame the people on the shop floor unless they are actually rude.
No.
I have empathy, but clean. At least take pride in what you're doing.
Yeah, literally. I mean, I feel like it's probably a higher problem of like, it all just is like a money grab at this point. And so everyone is like, we need to hit our numbers. We need to hit our numbers.
And you can see it.
Yeah. And
Can I help you today? No, I'm okay, thank you. And then they're gone. Well, at least clean. If I saw you, at least we're invested.
Yeah. I just feel like that's like a higher up problem that has trickled down to people just not being inspired by the job. And they can't keep anyone or hire anyone who actually is inspired by it because they can't pay them enough to keep them.
Yeah.
It just is what it is. That might have been too real. I'm very sorry.
No, it's a sad progression. Well, we were laid into it yesterday. Okay, it was we've had very much the same conversations. Me, Kevin James Bennett, Lipstick Lesbians, we all feel the same way. It's heartbreaking. Yeah. Like, listen to people who know. We
Not
do
the
both.
white men who are funding you.
The fucking white men in suits, I cannot.
I've never touched a beauty product ever.
Never touched a person's face, never spoken, probably there's a saying in the UK that used to be, the Queen thinks that everything in the world smells like paint because 10 feet in front of us, someone's doing this.
Yeah.
Right? That's what it's like when management go into a store. They know they're coming, they're prepared, everyone calls each other. They do it in Space NK. Yeah. The board are touring the stores. The store calls them and says, they're on the way to you, they're on the way to you. The place is immaculate, so they don't see the real deal.
Yeah, truly.
But I've got to say, Space NK in the UK, it's a different level to Sephora. It's clean, it's clean, it's staffed. Like, Sephora's breaking my heart. And yet I still go in.
I know.
I still go in. But that's what makes them lazy. We still go because they have the monopoly.
Which and that even breaks my heart more because they have the monopoly and like their standards for clean beauty and green this and green that. I hate it. It's ruining the beauty space. All of the good products that have existed are being transitioned to talc free and they're ruining every formula. Yeah. And I am so mad. It boils my blood.
Well, that's very polite because in the UK we say it boils my piss.
Boils that too.
Yeah, honestly. Boils my piss.
Yeah, it makes my heart rate go up thinking about it. Yeah.
So let's finish on a high. What is your favourite thing about the industry?
Oh, what is my favorite thing about the industry? Oh, you know what? My favorite thing about the industry is that if you hustle and you are willing to do the work, you can get to absolutely anywhere you want to go. Yeah. Even without the expectation that you will get there in the first place. Like, I think that if you are willing and you have like the eye and you just know that you are meant to be there. You have the passion, you have the instinct. Yeah, you have the passion and you have like the need to just like be an artist. There is nothing you can't do and like you can really make something for yourself. So
I think it's the best industry in the world, but I'm biased.
Yeah.
I love it. So as much as I rage against people like...
With love.
With Sephora, because it's like you have to be held to a higher standard. Yeah. You're representing all of us and it's not good enough.
You're being a good friend. Good friends don't let their friends
I'm not sure they would see it that way, but it's okay. Whatever. Thank you so much. Thank you. What an absolute pleasure and an honour.
No, this was...
Wishing you every single success for 2025 and onwards. And we're going to be DMing a lot.
Okay, great.
No, fuck that. We're going to be WhatsApping a lot.
Stunning. Wait, do I get to ask a question?
Yeah.
My burning question.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I have two, and now I'm going to let you choose.
Okay.
Do you want to talk pigmentation or do you want to talk breakouts?
I don't care. I'll do both.
Okay. For people, this is a very trans-specific question, but hormone replacement therapy makes trans femmes and trans women specifically like more prone to hyperpigmentation. Yeah. Like randomly the sunspots are just popping up. Yeah. And I'm like, what am I to do? The melasma is coming out. Is there anything that we can do?
Not really. Welcome to the world of female. Okay, great. It's hormones, it's estrogen, and it's triggered. And you've triggered it obviously because you have hormone. Hello. You have hormone therapy. So it's SPF. Yeah. It's also triggered by heat though. So staying out the sun doesn't always help heat. So saunas aren't great. Steam rooms aren't great.
Oh, I didn't know.
Hot temperatures can also trigger it. So you can treat it. Oh. So in the UK now, and the same in the USA, most of the treatments will be anti-pigmentation because the sun's not out. But it will generally come back. Okay. So you can do laser and there are things you can do. Okay. But the biggest thing you can do prevention-wise, and this is why we all get it, is not have too many hormonal surges. So, if you have periods, pregnancy, menopause, or any hormone replacement therapy, then you are prone to having pigmentation issues. It's basically where your melanocytes are overstimulated and it goes off like a firework instead of like a cool breeze. So instead of this, it goes, it's a party, let's party.
It's party time on this face.
And then you're just going to have to use the things that are sort of designed to basically tell your skin to chill the fuck out.
Oh, stunning. I can do that.
Yeah.
And then for breakouts, just because I'm dealing with a breakout right now. And I am.
I don't think you are, by the way, because when I said take those glasses off, you were like, I cannot possibly film with this face. And I was like, your face is beautiful. What are you talking about?
Well, I didn't do my eye makeup for this specific reason.
Well, it looks fine. So.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so for people who wake up and they're just having breakouts, obviously, I'm a girl who is like, and I feel like I can do it in a very safe, clinical way, do my little extractions, everything's fine. What is the number one for when you wake up with a breakout and you are like desperate to have it resolved? What is like the priority?
Acid.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Acid, depending on who you are and how you do it, picking, if it's ready.
I don't pick.
I pick, but that's...
Pop, but I won't pick.
Pop.
Okay.
That's what I mean.
But I use my little tool and I like,
Yeah, so acid, retinoid on top, and I will put a strong retinoid on top even in the daytime because you're only going to do it on the spot. So you can get a Q-tip, get your retinoid, dab.
So I'm doing it right.
Yeah, of course. And then just let it will eventually dry itself out. And then if you know that you've gone too far and it's gone red and angry, you're going to have to immediately put a cashmere blanket on it. So it's like support oil, moisturizer. And then essentially you just kind of have to, and sometimes actually putting makeup on it and leaving it all day is the best thing you can do because it crusts over. And then when you cleanse that night, you generally knock it off. You just need to make sure you keep going there with the retinoid because you don't want it to scar. Anything that's pink, you can cure in terms of it won't scar.
Oh, stunning. Okay.
So like when people get stretch marks and things, if it's still pink, if they're pink, it's blood flow. It's when they go white that you need to go and see someone and do invasive and laser and that kind of thing because the blood flow isn't there, so you're not going to get the stimulation. So if you've picked a spot and it's still pink, that is when you nuke it. Acid retinoid, like turn over the cell. Make sure you don't scar.
Stunning.
And keep it hydrated. But when you do use makeup and dry it out, that is kind of the best way you can because it stops you picking.
Stunning.
So I kind of appreciate everyone who wears this, like the spot stickers and stuff. I think they're good for overnight. During the day, sometimes it's actually better to wear makeup.
Interesting.
Because people are like, don't put makeup on your spots. No, cover it because you won't pick it.
Yeah.
Keep it covered. And it does tend to dry it out. But if you know it's going to get bigger and start swelling, get a spot sticker on it. Anything to stop you picking.
Wow. The queen of knowledge. A masterclass.
But it is one of those things that everyone's different. Like it depends on the spot. How old are you? Is it hormonal?
Yeah.
Like I can know by looking by someone, you've eaten something that doesn't suit you.
Hello.
You've got fungal acne, which isn't a thing, but my son Max had it. So it is a thing, but it's just we have a name for it. And we use an antifungal shampoo that you can buy in any CVS, wash your forehead with it, gone. So everyone's like, it's like Head and Shoulders. I'm like, it's not Head and Shoulders.
It's the Niox and stuff, right?
It's Nizoral.
Nizoral, okay.
And then there's hormonal breakouts, which are generally under the skin and red and don't come to a head and they're really annoying and they're always here and here. And then you just have an overactive sebaceous gland and you've got a white head, blackhead, and that's different. So it depends on the face I'm looking at in the way that you would look at everyone's eyes and do them all differently.
Yeah.
But in general, if you're going to pick, cover it up, whether that's depending on your age and you're at school, a spot sticker.
Yeah.
My husband sat opposite me. I've got to tell this before we finish. We're in Babington House, which is like a Soho house in Somerset in England. And he went, "Oh, love, it's a shame you can't help that young girl over there. She's got this huge zit on her face and she looks so self-conscious about it." Right, wait for this. So I am me. I'm not going to turn around like he would and be like, "Where?" So I'm like, "Okay, fine, I'll check it out when I go." So I go and she's across the room. And as I walk past her, I can see that she's actually quite a cool young teenager and she's wearing a purple star face. So she's not embarrassed by it. She's embracing the zit, which I love that trend.
Honestly,
it's the best thing. When I was a kid and you had a spot, it was embarrassing.
Oh, literally.
So I laugh and I went over, when I sat down, by the way, I was like, she doesn't have a breakout. She's wearing a spot sticker because you've seen Ava wearing them. And he went, "Why would you do that?" And I'm like, "Because it's saying I've got a spot and I'm covering it up." Yeah. I love that trend.
Love it.
Thank God for spot stickers.
Yeah,
because it stops like young kids with a face with just being like, "Oh God, I've got a spot. I should be so embarrassed."
Wow. That was honestly so shady of your hubby, and I love it.
No, he did mean it nicely.
I love it though.
He was like,
it was a read. It was
because it was purple, and from a distance, he thought it was an actual spot. I'm like, how blind are you?
I am obsessed.
It was like a purple fucking star on her face. Oh. I mean, it was across the restaurant, and he does wear glasses. So.
He did the best he could. But I love the way he handled it.
I was like, it's a spot sticker, and he went, "Oh, okay. I was like Ava wears. And he was like, yeah, no, okay. He said, I just thought it was a big spot.
I love it.
Okay, we need to go and film a Chats with C.
Okay.
Where we really get down and dirty.
Okay.
But thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. I literally love you. This was truly an honor. Thank you for having me.
Honor for us. Thank you.
This was not on my bingo card, and this is like a high of my life. Like truly, like genuinely, like it really is. I never the last place I ever thought I would be in this chair. So
no, I don't. Why? Of course, we're thrilled. Thank you for saying yes.
I never expected it. No, yeah. I just love it. Thank you so much. Love you.
I feel like I should at least be giving you some of my American accent, but I also don't want to put you all off and enrage people. So I will just say thank you so much for listening. Tune in again on Wednesday for another episode of Glad We Had This Chat Takes New York, where I'll be sitting down with yet another big name in the Big Apple. Until then, oh my God, I'm so glad we had this chat. Are you kidding me?
New episodes are available every Monday and Wednesday. Follow or subscribe now on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.